My name is Mildred Ngesa. I am a Pan-African transformational leadership coach. I am a women's rights advocate and an activist. I am a media trainer and a communications expert. I also stand in this space as the spokesperson of the State of African Diaspora that actually encompasses quite a number of ministries. I am actually seconded to the Ministry of Women, Social and Economic Justice. So this academy, the Wide Leadership Academy, has come at such a timely time when African countries, almost all of our African countries represented, are on the brink of getting into elections, are going through diverse and dynamic election processes, political processes, where the opportunity calls on women's political participation to be enhanced even more. In the last 3 days, we have negotiated and talked with women who are aspiring leaders, young women who are looking up to those ahead of them to get into women's political participation. We've talked about challenges, we've talked about aspirations, we've talked about how we can renegotiate the challenges that we see. How can women skip the barriers that stop them from fully participating? This space has been very inspiring because the diversity of the countries represented, the different stages of where the women and the girls are in terms of leadership. This has been inspiring because then it became a marketplace of ideas, a marketplace of knowledge exchange. It became a sport where we were exchanging and impacting as we interacted. Now, the last 2 days of this academy has brought together the conversations around the role of media in women's political participation and how media can be proactive, can be depended on, how media can be enhanced to increase women's political participation. Now, I am a journalist. I like saying I'm a recovering journalist. To understand the power of media is for me to sit back and look at the political participation of women 20 years ago and compare it to what I see now. The spaces where we operated 20 years ago compared to the space we see now actually shows us that there is a trajectory of progress. And that is encouraging. That is encouraging to see that there is progress 20 years ago and now. Women's participation in politics in most of our countries represented here has actually gone up quite a bit, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. And therefore, that is why the space with media practitioners and journalists was very important. We must take into the consideration the fact that unless we partner with media, hand in hand, all through this process of arguing for the expansion of the space for women in political participation, then we lose, because it is through media that our work is amplified. It is through media that women are trained, informed, educated, and impacted on their role in political participation. It is through media that we embark to open up the space for women into political participation. So this has been a very inspiring space. This has been a very thought-provoking space. This has been a space that has given us thought and further thinking into how we can enhance and make it better. Above all, we have understood in this space that our issues in our different African countries are the same. Even though we come from different African countries, the issues that affect and impact and challenge and block us are the same. Hence the reason why sustaining this path is very important, so that journalists in African countries can fully rise into their potential in enhancing women's political participation. So it's a big thank you to the organizers. This needs to be sustained. This needs to be continued throughout. Thank you very much.